Kieran, what's your topic?
My topic is quite possibly the best value for money game.
Minecraft?
No. Anyone has ever played.
Dead or Alive?
Okay. Seriously, Dead or Alive.
Alright, okay, fine. A very good value for money game. It costs $15. I have so far played 100 hours.
Is it Destiny?
No. And does Destiny cost $15?
No, it costs a lot more, but...
Anyway, I've played 100 hours, and I'm not really close to being done with it yet. It's the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Which is an indie roguelike game.
Shut up!
Which came...
Destiny!
Ow! Get over your addiction, Bob. Sorry, Kieran, please do.
Anyway,
Can you please stop hitting each other? Jesus Christ.
He's hitting me! I'm not hitting him!
I should have sat in between you. Jesus, break it up.
Ow.
Fine.
Destiny.
I'm not saying we have to be professional at all, but Jesus.
Well, Bob's not letting me talk. Anyway, but the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, as I was saying, is an indie roguelike game. It was released last November. And it's sort of like... Is dungeon crawler the right term? You clear out rooms on a... I don't... Bob, help me out here.
I'm not sure. Is it? I've played it, but it's just like... I don't know how to describe what kind of type of game it is.
Okay.
I don't even know dungeon crawler was
is
like
it like 3D bird's eye view? Is there like 2D?
It's bird's
2D
eye.
side
It's
scrolling.
bird's eye view, and you go into
Yeah.
different rooms and dungeons and
Sure.
defeat a boss at the end, and then you go down to the next level. So it's like
I think that paints a pretty clear picture.
It's like a level.
That sounds like
And you
dungeon
collect
crawler.
items which affects your character
Sure.
and everything. And then there's consumables which you pick up and use. But it's got a pretty both hilarious and slightly disturbing
It's
backstory.
disturbing.
Go on. It's about...
I'm all for disturbing backstories.
Okay, so the game is... There's this intro at the start, and it's essentially... There is a... So actually, it works better if I explain sort of the premise of the game when it starts first. Is you're a naked 3-year-old crawling around your basement, drowning monsters, possibly the product of your mother's failed abortions, in your tears.
It's really weird.
The cover art suddenly makes a lot more sense.
Shoot them with tears.
You shoot them with your tears. Anyway.
Why do you say possibly the product for your mother's failed abortions?
Oh, well, there's an item in it called the wire coat hanger, and when you get it, it changes your visual effects to you have a wire coat hanger sticking through your head.
Okay, that sounds pretty explicit.
Like the failed abortion technique.
Disturbing so much.
Anyway, and
My God.
it's a pretty good item. It makes you cry faster because you're sadder, so you can shoot more tears per second because you're sadder because you're the product of a failed abortion. Anyway,
But you're 3.
You're 3.
How's that a failed abortion?
So
because you've grown
That's
up
just
with it
called
sticking
murder.
through your head.
okay,
No.
I'm just trying to get my head
You
around.
tried to be aborted as a baby, and you've grown up with a coat hanger sticking through your head. That's like the idea behind the item when you collect the item.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, and the whole game is sick.
You forgot to tell why.
Okay, yeah,
this is happening.
I'm getting to that. So why this is happening is you lived a simple life with your mother until you would paint pictures in your room as your mother watched Christian broadcasts on the television. This is all stuff from the intro. And then one day your mother hears a voice from above saying that your soul has become corrupted with sin and that she must remove you from all the evils of the world. So she locks you in your bedroom and takes all your clothes and stuff, and she takes everything out of your room, and you're just sitting in there until eventually the mother hears God's voice a couple of times until finally this mother, who is possibly schizophrenic, hears the voice of God telling her that she must sacrifice her son Isaac. So she grabs a butcher's knife, and then you're watching through a crack in your door, and then you see that the corner of the rug in your room is folded up, and you pull it back, and there's a trapdoor down to your basement. And just as your mother bursts into the room, you throw yourself down into the depths below. And you go through all these levels getting lower and lower underground until eventually the boss, like, so each floor, so there's like basement 1, basement 2, caves 1, caves 2, and depths 1, depths 2.
Yeah.
And it gets like progressively harder each chapter.
Yeah.
And at the depths 2, you fight the first main boss, which is Mum.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's creepy, that one.
when and then it keeps, like, every time, the more you win, sort of, it unlocks more levels. Like, it's crazy replay value.
Yeah.
And the more you win, the more levels you unlock. So once you beat Mum for the first time, the next chapter which you unlock is the womb.
Oh god.
Yeah.
What was going on through these developers' heads? Did
It's
they just,
Edmund McMillan. Do you know him?
No.
He made Super Meat Boy. He made Spelunky.
Oh, really?
Well, what's the real story of Destiny?
So there's items called,
This
like...
comes from such a dark place. Do you have any idea of...
I think he's just a messed up bloke.
I was just gonna say, did he, like, grow up in, like, Tennessee? I don't know. Not back in Tennessee, but...
You're completely
Sorry to
back in
anyone
Tennessee.
that comes from Tennessee.
Rednecks.
Yeah, but then it's like you go into... And there's a whole lot of, like, theories as to what, like, the really late game flaws mean. Because there's a boss called Isaac. So it's like Isaac versus Isaac. And then there's all these different characters and stuff. And the game is just nuts. Like, actually nuts. And it's done in sort of like 16-bit graphics.
Yeah, right.
As well, which is really cool. Gives it a really retro feel.
Well, it's an independent game, so...
Yeah, but I mean...
I thought yours might.
But it was crazy successful.
Yeah.
Like, when it released around the same time as Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Damn it!
And for 2 days, it outsold it on revenue. And it was $15. And half the people who bought it got it for $10 because... I should explain, it's a remake of a game called The Binding of Isaac.
Sure.
So it's got, like, this exact same intro, word for word and everything. It's just like... But The Binding of Isaac was made on Flash as, like, a side project by Edmund McMillan between Super Meat Boy games.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit, is doing French and Russian. I was wrong.
Okay.
No, just going back to the old topic, but yeah. But continue.
I guess.
What?
No one cares.
No, but we were talking about it before.
Which high school is doing which history subjects?
But I wanted to see if I was right and I was wrong. And
You know, I have high hopes for this podcast, and they extend beyond our immediate friendship group. The people that might be interested in what schools are doing which history subjects.
Yeah.
Okay, if you were bored to death by history subjects, we apologise.
That's why I didn't do high.
I'm taking timestamps down for all of these. Please continue. I don't even know how to spell that.
What's that even say?
It's none of your business.
I just read words.
Anyway, so I've pumped like 100 hours into The Binding of Isaac. I'm not really that close to 100%ing it yet.
This is a game I've been meaning to play.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was so messed up. I thought it was kind of... I knew there was like kind of like a survival sort of kind of horror kind of element to it.
Every game messed up?
It's not really... Like when you're playing it doesn't feel like a horror game.
Think about it. Dead or alive.
But it's like, you know... It's pretty messed up.
Yeah, well, obviously some very dark adult themes.
It's not. They wanted to release it on like 3DS and stuff, so it's on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Vita and PC.
Oh, I can play it on my Vita.
Yeah,
exciting.
And it was also like they also outsold Advanced Warfare. It was free to anyone who had on
PlayStation Plus, right? Yeah, I think I downloaded it then.
Yeah,
all right.
And
added it to the library or something.
Yeah, and it was well, now Nintendo won't put it. They want it on the 3DS. Yeah. Nintendo won't release it on any of its devices because of their policies on religion.
Oh, there you go.
And also because, like, during the thing, one of the most common paths to victory is to make deals with the devil, where you trade away your health to the devil in order for high damage items.
Oh, okay. There you
but
go.
if you skip a deal with the devil, then you have the chance after your next boss fight to get a gift from the angel, which don't cost health. You don't. It's like it's a crazy game, and there's so many references to other games in it.
Yeah. What's the gameplay like? Try to sell me on this game.
Okay, the gameplay is it runs really well. Like it's not like
Well,
it's
it won't
really
on the Vita, but go on.
apparently it's pretty good.
Okay,
so you stand there. It's sort of top down, but you can sort of see like almost as if it was. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
And you walk into a room. So each floor is made of a series of rooms which are randomly generated.
Yeah.
Trying to think
an
of a
order.
game that's like it.
And you walk into a room, and there will either be enemies in the room, or the room could be empty, or it could have consumables in it.
Sure.
And there's like rocks which provide, obstacles in rooms.
Oh no, it's a rock, guys! Watch out.
You're gonna get hit too soon.
Oh no, rocks.
But I mean, rocks can be your worst enemy.
Yeah.
If there's enemies which work really well around the rocks, and you're unable to move much. Anyway, and there could be enemies in the room, and there's like...
Are they kryptonite rocks and you're secretly Superman?
Yes.
I'm so glad he's far away from me for him to hit me. What?
Great idea.
Binding of
Patent
Isaac made
Patent pending.
as Superman.
Well, if it was just like on Krypton, then maybe you wouldn't notice.
And
anyone
that's
else?
why he's the only one that survived.
Yeah,
Thus,
maybe.
Isaac became Superman.
Yeah, because he was so deep underground. No, the theory about the end of the game is he locks
What
himself
What
in
is
his
going
chest
on with this
and
house?
suffocates.
Like, why do they have a basement and then a dungeon beneath it?
Because his mother's messed up.
Okay. I feel like there's like some sort of psychological element to this that we're missing. There's some sort of understory. Some sort of
Pretty sure the guy was just like,
broader
yeah, fuck it.
symbolism.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. like he was just like, yeah, you know what? It's just like made by 3 guys as well.
Yeah.
And you as you go, so you fire your tiers. You can fire them in the cardinal directions, and you have to hit enemies. Different enemies have different amount of health and stuff. And then at the end of each floor has an item room and a shop. An item room will have an item in it which affects your run in some way, and the shop has items which you can buy. And then there's a boss fight, which is you fight a boss at the end of each floor before you can go down to the next floor.
There you go.
You have a certain amount of health. You'll get an item after the boss, and some of the items are like crazy, and how they synergize together when you pick up.
And then other things.
You're starting to gush.
I'm
Crazy. Speaking about large amounts of game time, Bob was showing me his game time on Destiny earlier. He's hit how many days? One character you're like 8 days on.
One character is 8 days, 3 hours. The other one is nearly a day. The other one's 11 hours.
Oh my god.
So that's...
So do you reckon you've hit 11 hours then?
So 9...
It was
like just all like time collective? Like
it was
collectively?
it was 8 days, 3 hours for one.
Okay, so
22 hours for the other one.
so 10 days
And
collectively, you
11
reckon?
for the other one. Yeah, around about. Yeah.
What's 10 times 24?
A lot? 240.
That's
Yeah, that's
I was just like, wait, no, this is easier.
yeah. We don't do school anymore.
I don't do math anymore. Like, it's
half
just
the half
so
the
hard
time
for
it's
me.
just like.
Do you not do math because you do maths?
Wait,
I'm sorry. Okay, I don't do maths
I do
anymore.
math. What?
Anything.
You're gonna
I've
get hit.
substituted math from math.
Yeah, I would say math.
I don't
Both
maths.
ruin your life.
That's very true, Ewan.